If it is, to thank the Lord, because that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made by Caleb Chason. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. ETN with it. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Lawrence. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 28. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence over the middle. He's got Chenault. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him. If they're going.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
Touchdown! That's caught. DJ Chark, 26 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are a little bit exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their last two drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Here's Lawrence. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, first and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On third down, here's Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On first and 10, Goff. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Evades him at the 10. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A first down and more, ETN. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Blankenship out to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to Taylor on first down. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Room to run again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Robinson. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward. For about 4, 2nd and 6.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dwayne Smoot able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. That's caught left side by Judy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Now Lawrence to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Lawrence. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Colts are right back in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. On first down. It's Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Goff's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Goff. Able to find Patterson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. That is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, 39 yards. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.